So I am an environmental scientist by training, and I have worked in policy and regulatory for a long time. And I decided that we needed to communicate the information to everybody to just choose better because the information is not there in an understandable way. So I stepped out and created this online platform to do two things. One, to connect consumers and shoppers because it's fun, where every single time they purchase, it leads to a positive impact like giving to a school, planting trees. And then the other thing I wanted to do is create a social hub for all these different types of social enterprises and businesses who have gone above and beyond their normal daily operations to give back to the community or adopt sustainable practices.
Awesome. Walk us through the website a little bit. Just, give us the overview. When somebody arrives at HeySocialGood.com, what would they do?
What I love about the site is oftentimes we feel like we're not sure what types of products or goods to use. We might find out something, for example, that we talk about clean beauty, and we might find out like, oh, this particular lotion I'm using has all these phthalates or something, and maybe you don't know what that means, and I don't know that you should anyways. And so what we've done is we provided a lot of information about a company's, their ingredients, and also what their positive impact is. So you can search up things like lotions or clothes, any goods actually out there, and also services. 20% of what you can search for are business services. So if you're looking for an attorney who has progressive ideas or want to give back to the community, you'll find those. So the idea is that you use the site to help you shop to make an impact, because every single business that you choose will give back or adopt sustainable practices in some way. So the way you use the site, you go in and we've set it up so that it's really easy for you to find things like outdoor gear, coffee, tea. So it's the everyday things that we use in our lives, and you can just click on it, and then the first thing will come up is a list of the companies that we've vetted and we've provided a metal ranking for. And we basically use a 200 plus point decision assessment criteria to review a company, what their certifications are, how they give back, all of those different things, so that all you have to do is make sure you choose the products you like, and then you would just buy from that business instead of a conventional big brand name, for example.
I mean, I know you spend years on this, building these databases and running them through these algorithms to really understand what the best choices are.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it definitely comes from my background. It comes from a place where I'll tell you, this particular thing came because of my own kind of aha moment, where I decided, okay, sure, my work is about trying to do a public service, but am I doing everything I can in my daily life? And I discovered that I didn't. So one day I just realized, like, you know what, I'm going to find the best recycled or compostable kitchen trash bag. And that's all. That literally that day was very big for me. So I said, well, it shouldn't be that hard. I'll just go on. I have my background. I can figure out what all these different terms and chemical names mean. I spent 6 hours researching until I landed on 2 brands that I thought, like, I think they're okay. And that's when I realized, how can we expect anyone else to figure things out if this is my background, spent 6 hours. People don't have time. People have to work. They have family. They go to school. So they don't have time to do that kind of research. And I wanted to make it easier for people to do it.
I love it. So folks I'm looking at your website right now. I love how you've laid it out so it's easy to find the various categories. It looks awesome. You've got your trending items. So if I click through, for example, beauty, let's go back to that particular category. And I want to find, let's see what comes up. I feel like I'm playing the roulette machine.
Do it.
I'm just kidding. kidding.
Yes, please.
And what I love about this is you have so much information, like so much background, lingo, what things are for, you featuring certain products. I like this, the new eco ways to clean your teeth and the planet.
Yeah.
So you have so much great content, what is sustainable beauty? How does it give back? And if I click on like Eco Bella Cosmetics, for example, I see they've got a bronze medal for their
Yeah.
give back programs. And I can leave a review here if I've used the product, which is
Right.
really, really awesome. And I can link directly to their website, right? And
Correct.
purchase directly. I love it. So awesome.
Yeah.
Woo,
And
I can't
these
wait to dive
companies
in
are,
more.
oh, good. And these companies are all the ones we really spend a lot of time looking at. And often, I mean, it's the thing that we all do ourselves, right? We just want, usually it's our friends who tell us. I talked to some friend and they're like, oh, did you hear about this really cool, whatever, zero waste fashion brand? And then you learn about all these different things, but what you really want, I think, is it to be fun, not just informative, but it's fun too. Because
Yeah.
our purpose is not to replace other fantastic sites, a lot of nonprofit organizations who focus on these different things. Our purpose is to take all that information so that we just make it easy for you. So that you don't have to go through all those 10 different websites or hundreds of different certifications, as it turns out. There's so many. And so that we try to whittle it. We did the assessment. Anybody who's interested in learning about how we create those medal rankings in our algorithm, I'm happy to share. We're working on the white paper to include it on our site. It's actually all written up, but I just want to make it simpler and easier to understand. But we put that information there. But at the very minimum, you can always go back to like, okay, they have a bronze give back or their sustainable gold medal. That means they've done something. And so that you can just have that confidence and assurance that, okay, they're doing something positive in the world. And so it's so critical because that means your purchase is actually creating power. We're empowering each of us to make an impact in just simple ways.
I love it. And if I'm a small business and I want to get listed on your site and go through your approval process in order to get listed on your site, how would I go about doing that?
Great question. So we actually right now on our site have an area for businesses or companies. So you just go in there and then you basically fill out this information and then submit your email and we'll contact you. We have a whole onboarding process. Our goal is to list businesses for free. We will commit to doing an assessment for free. It just takes time. Right now, we actually have a huge backlog that we need to do for 2020. And so definitely, if that's what you're interested in, you can do that because the reason I always make the assessment portion free is because I find that a lot of the challenges for small and medium-sized businesses because it's so costly. And so I want to make it so that that's the portion that you'll get it. And also for us, it's about objectivity. So, right, we're going to assess it the way we're going to assess it. You're either on it or you're not on it. And I don't want it to be affected by, can you pay for it or can you not? And we've definitely streamlined the effort. We are semi-automating all of that. So it's really easy because we focus on positive business activities above and beyond daily operations.
Got it. Makes sense. Awesome. Well, I encourage anybody watching this to go check out HeySocialGood.com. Really, really such great information. You could spend all day on the site. I know I've been like diving into these various areas. There's so much great content.
Thank you.